Hector Soto. I think he was anticipating the block to be there. That came out in the right position and straight out of bounds it went. And a timeout immediately taken by Puerto Rico as they now trail by 1, and Brazil so strong after 20.
They listen well, they work well together, the coach has a nice chemistry with them.
And the players are back on the floor in this semifinal match. Brazil up 2-0, up by 1 point, trying to make their way to the finals again at the Pan Am Games. Puerto Rico doing everything they can to stop them. And they are successful again.
Very nice attack out on that outside. You have a 2-tempo play going. Brazil bites on the first tempo. Puerto Rico's able to score with the second.
So this one gets interesting in the late stages here. Off the block it goes. Tracked down. Opportunity here to take the lead, but there's a miss hit. It's a force set into the middle. Not sure why Perez went after Escalante there, but it was a high-risk set. And the subs are coming out for Brazil. The starters back in. And Radke on the service line. Brennan in the front row. And it's an ace serve. Soto and Barrios just watched it land. It dove right at the last minute.
Well, that's what good topspin does. It makes that ball take that dive.
And a timeout called again by Puerto Rico as they seem to be in control of this, but Brazil comes storming back.
They do, indeed. You gotta love Puerto Rico for their persistence, you know? They don't throw in the towel. They never do. They just keep coming at you.
Well, it starts with the fighting spirit of their coaching staff.
I agree with you on that.
Gaspar took over this team only in May, and he has had experience at the club level in Puerto Rico. He was with Los Mets de Guaynabo, and he is now at the helm of the national team.
You know, he's always teaching. He doesn't get upset. He just tries to fix it and have them understand it. It's really interesting watching him coach his team.
And Rivera is back in for Sanchez on that wing. It's a big point now for Puerto Rico. They need to get this one right here. And they do on a blocking error. Soto hit a ball out of bounds, but he drew Brazil into the net. And more substitutions here. Goas coming in to set. Cruz coming out. And Ortiz is back in the front row. So an exciting finish to this match here, or to this set. Brazil trying to make it a sweep. The dig is made, but a little out of position there. No chance to complete that play. It's straight, they go back. And Douglas hits Escalante right in the head.
Was a smart set by Brazil, beautifully done. Had the fake come in first, goes with the second tempo. Just enough to freeze that block or offset their timing.
And Douglas acknowledges that right away, making sure that Escalante is okay. As Cruz comes back in along with Perez. 23-21 now for Brazil. That last play has got the fans on their feet, and they are singing here in the exhibition center. What a save that time. Boy, that one looked like it was going in the net. Perez did a heck of a job there to put that one out to the attacker, and he goes back to serve. But it is inside and down. That couldn't get more radical of an angle.
We got to give credit to that Brazilian setter, saving that ball from going into the net and delivering that set.
And now Brazil is on the doorstep here. They are 1 point away from going to the gold medal match. And the serve is long. So Puerto Rico has new life. Sanchez has come back in. Rivera is out. Their best server is on the line. This is Hector Soto for Perez, or for Puerto Rico, rather.
Want to ice the server? Easier said than done at this level.
Javier Gaspar talking about those blockers, making sure that outside hand gets wrapped around that ball and directing it back into the court. Hector Soto on the end line. The match hanging in the balance here. Puerto Rico down by 1 to Brazil, down 2-0. And he puts it into the net. Well, those are the plays that haunt you for a long time. Hector Soto buries that serve into the net. Brazil not having to work for the last point, the point they needed to take them to the finals of the 2015 Pan Am Games men's volleyball tournament. Well, Brazil acknowledges their crowd, who were thoroughly entertained here. The first 2 sets, they were just too much for Puerto Rico. Too many weapons. But the Puerto Ricans doing what they have done this whole tournament, and that is battle back.
That's how it ends. That's a shame because Puerto Rico did put out such a great effort in that third set. That's a team they never throw in the towel. They just keep playing. They have a great coach instilling that in them. And these young guys are going to go a long way.
Well, and there is Morales on the sidelines. Disappointment for him as he went down with a dislocated ankle and could not play in this match. Brazil over Puerto Rico, 3-0. The last one was a thriller, though.
And Brazil just able to outpower Puerto Rico. Hitting percentage, which we're not seeing here. Hitting percentage, Brazil hits 54% on the night. That's outstanding hitting percentage to 35 for Puerto Rico. So they had control of that match. They had the power. They had the size and they had the hitting percentage, and that was the key.
So the semifinals are over and the final round is set. It will be Argentina and Brazil battling for the gold medal, while Canada and Puerto Rico face each other for bronze. Brazil enjoying success here in the second semifinal at the Pan Am Games. It is a 3-0 victory over Puerto Rico.